Alright guys, I can't even believe this, but I do not have the best luck with manual Murcielagos. You see, I have a major issue with this car. I still don't technically own this car. Now I know what some of you who know how we use our cars on our channel are thinking, well of course you don't, Damon, you guys lease your cars. Well guess what? I also don't lease the car. The real issue is I have actually nothing to do with the car at this point. And that's a big problem because the bank actually won't approve our lease. Now that's gonna bring me to exactly precisely why we don't have one of our personalized plates, which I wanted to use Tire Slayer, which came off of the F12. You see the F12 sitting in the shop, torn down to the frame, and isn't going to be needed anytime soon to be on the street. And even after the car is built, it's probably never gonna be street registered again. So we took Tire Slayer because it was quick and easy and sitting around, and we were gonna register it and attach it to this car. But if you've noticed, this car doesn't have a red plate on it because our cars are from Alberta. That's where our company is. This has a blue plate, and this plate starts with a D. And D is very significant to these plates in British Columbia because a D signifies, you can't read it, but under here it says demonstration. Now, if you know what a demonstration plate is, well, let me fill in the people who don't. It is a plate specifically designated to a dealership. So when someone comes in, a client, and they want to test drive a car before they buy it, this is the plate that the dealership uses. So I'm driving the Murcielago around on August's dealership plate, which is a big no-no in its own right. All right, so I've filled you in on the issue with the plate, which means I can't register, insure, or drive the car really anymore. There's a point at which that I do need to return the plate on the back of this car because dealerships are only giving out so many. I believe August has 4, which means if I've taken one, they only have 3 plates to drive around on for their clients. They have like 6 salespeople. I know billionaire Mike Hall drives a car on 1 plate, and I think Matt August even drives a car on 1 plate, which means they only have 1 plate for their clients to come and test drive cars. That's not ideal. And they've asked for this plate back probably about a week ago, but I was in California, so I told them I'd bring it back when I got back. The main issue is I also can't buy the car. I can't lease it, I can't finance it. The bank hasn't approved me. And I gotta figure out why. They just asked for our financials, and I'm kind of concerned about that in our current financial state. Before we go and find out the fate of my beloved manual Murcielago at August, I wanna let you guys know a huge announcement. This August 13th, we will be at Irwindale Speedway with the Slush Motorsports Festival crew. You can click on the link in the description, go and get tickets, come out and see us, or you can participate. Bring your car, have fun. They have a burnout box. They have drag racing, roll racing, a 2-step competition, and they're gonna have a massive car show. So come out, see the whole DD crew, and come and see the cars that we bring out to this event. It's gonna be epic, it's gonna be wild, and the cars that are coming are not the cars we brought to the last event. We like to mix it up. I'm not gonna tell you what they are, but one of them is one of the crowd favorites, and it's a car that hasn't been to any event so far, and I know everybody wants to see it. So come out, check out the cars, hang out with the crew, and have a blast. Pick up your tickets, link in description. I'll see you guys this Sunday, Slush Motorsports Festival. We need to put some heat into the engine of this massive 6.2 liter V12. I will explain the rest of what potentially could go wrong in this situation because, well, I think if you guys haven't figured it out already, if I don't get approved by the bank, I don't get the car. If I don't get this car, which is honestly on the lower end of what cars are costing these days that we need for the channel to make the channel go, we could be really screwed. Like, no more cars? Really? Like, I might not be able to get any more cars. Well, it's almost sad to think. It actually just hit me. This might be my last drive in the Murcielago because if I take this car to August and the boys explain to me that, yeah, while the bank is trying to figure out our finances and if they can even approve us and they need the D plate back, we can no longer drive this car. And then if the bank doesn't approve me in the end, this will be the last drive in this Murcielago. Man, it's a sad moment. Oh, this beautiful gated shifter. This is the best supercar in my opinion of all time. 3, 2, 1, V12 start. Oh yeah. Now you guys know I've always said cars live and die on this channel based on views. if we don't get enough views, then the car doesn't make sense to be on the channel, because the channel is what feeds all the car payments and the ability for me to even have these cars. That's why I started the channel. But now it seems like this channel and the cars on it might live or die by bank approvals, which is quite worrying. At one time during the pandemic, we had 16 cars on this channel. We now have around 10, but that's also including like the truck we use to pull the trailer, the minivan. I mean, we're not talking 10 supercars, but during the pandemic, we had 16 super or exotic type vehicles. That's insanity. And obviously the banks are clamping down with higher interest rates on houses and the whole 9 yards. So I wonder where this is all gonna go. Well, if it's the last time driving this car, I might as well enjoy it, right guys? Get a smile on my face. Woo! Oh, we gotta get this thing. We gotta get it. I gotta get it. It makes me so happy. Honestly, out of all the cars, I love all the cars. Don't get me wrong, I am super grateful for every vehicle we have. But again, if it came down to you can have one car and only one car, this car for me provides everything. It provides excitement. Even at, right now, I'm below the speed limit. I'm doing 20 kilometers an hour, about to turn down to August here. This car is so enjoyable to drive at any speed. And there are some cars that are, they're the supercar. They're only enjoyable to drive when you're going fast. When you're cruising in them, they're not fun, they're not comfortable, there's nothing exciting about them going on. This car, at all times, is exciting. Let's hope that it's not my last time driving this car, because this is my dream car. This, when I had the manual LP640, was my forever car. A forever car. And I need to go to, obviously, August and fight for my ability to get this car. One of the obvious solutions is we might have to sell some cars on the channel. What cars need to go? That's a tough decision, because currently the fleet is made up of some of my favorite all-time cars I've had in my head that we've built and executed, like the 550 with Mike Essa. He spent a lot of time and we spent a lot of money building that car, and it hasn't had that long of a life on the channel. Then there's the KB43 Street Evo Huracan. That car hasn't had a lot of airtime either. And that is one of my all-time favorite cars. I've always wanted to build on the channel with that kit and the supercharger. And then to top it all off with the KB livery and having the little pieces of the copper that are directly from the unicorn wrap that is no longer available and discontinued, I would never be able to get rid of that car. And then there's the SVJ still sitting over in the UK in London. That car is one of the favorite cars on the channel, the way that car sounds and it screams. And honestly, it's been so reliable up until these few E-gear valves we need to switch out. I mean, the car's got 45,000 kilometers, and I'm talking good DDE kilometers. And I know you guys love that car. Now the 720 GTR is not going anywhere. We're in the process of rebuilding it, and we just bought that car out. So we own that car, we own the minivan. Maybe we'd have to sell the Hummer. I know the Hummer hasn't done a whole lot, but from a truck perspective on the channel, what other exotic truck is there to get? There really isn't any. Love this car. Oh man. Here. Now, I really don't want to have to give this key back. So, you guys, fingers crossed we can figure something out. At least for a little while longer until I can get my stuff sorted out. Let's go find Billionaire Mike Hall. And the doors go up. Oh, I miss this car. I feel like I shouldn't have sold it, but honestly, it's never gonna sound the way this car sounds, the Mercy or the Aventador. But looks wise, one of my all-time favorite cars when it comes to like a stock car. My Diablo SV. And the wheels. Oh, the wheels. Should I get this car back just for the look and stick it in the garage? It's so clean too. Someone's obviously just detailed it. Look how clean and nice they got the barrel of that wheel. Well, it's got no plate, so it's still not for sale and no one's driving it. I'm actually shocked Matt August hasn't driven this car more. Maybe he's just trying to preserve it. Gated V12 But like I said, the only downside to this car is the design of the V12 in this car is just never gonna have that high-pitched scream. It's got more of a growl, to be honest. You know, it's like that 80s Italian muscle car. Okay, let's go and see if we can at least focus on saving this for the channel. I'm already talking about trying to get something back, and I keep forgetting I'm not even allowed to buy a car at the moment. What are the boys doing? I heard cars. I hear muscle, American muscle. Rev it up. What is going on in here right now? This actually feels like a scene out of Fast and the Furious.
528.
With the supercars and the muscle cars. That thing sounds good.
Sounds really good. I don't understand why it sounds so good.
What are you guys doing?
We're moving the Broncos back up on the hoist and getting a bunch of cars out.
Oh my, to get cars on and off the hoist, that's gotta be the biggest pain in the ass.
It is about a 2-hour job.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Send it. Matt did burnouts in here. Did you stall it?
No. I can't. It's an automatic, man. It's just cold. It's cold.
Sure. Let's go find billionaire Mike Paul. And we got Bentley sitting on Mike's desk. This Bentley is Mike's dog. Look at him. It's okay, Benny. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Stay there. Stay. Hi. It's okay, Benny. Oh, he's scared. The Testarossa. White on white, too. Yo!
Hey!
How are you?
Good, buddy. How are you?
You guys are in the I was like, what is it, like getting ready to do Fast and the Furious race? I come in, you got muscle cars, supercars, everybody's revving.
It's so loud in here.
He stalled about 6 times already.
And it's an automatic.
I know. Why are you guys doing all of this?
Well, we gotta get the wheelies down.
Oh, the military truck? Damn. So you still got to move the California.
We gotta move both those to get that one hoist down. Then we're gonna move.
Because it's one.
Yeah.
So you got to move this, those two, then bring this down, then bring the wheelies out.
And all those because we gotta fill the other spot because we're getting pretty full. So we gotta fill it.
Oh my gosh.
And then we gotta fill these 3. So yeah,
You want me to move my old car for you?
Sure.
I'd like to drive it.
You want me to start it? I'm really good at starting this
You're really
one.
not
Do you
good
really
at
want me to
starting
do it?
How about you start the California? It's really more your car.
That is definitely my style.
So speaking of Murcielagos, and specifically manual Murcielagos, thank you for lending me, obviously, the demonstration plate so I could test drive the car and get a few miles in to make sure it's all running perfectly and that I'd be happy with it before I purchased it. But we have a bit of a problem. The insurance here is by a company called Insurance Corporation of British Columbia. Now, they weren't a big fan of what we were doing with our cars on the channel back in the day, which is why we eventually went and got insurance in Alberta. And we started a corporation. It was better for taxes and all that stuff. Anyhow, we did that years ago now. But they sent these guys a letter at one point because they saw a video of us saying we bought a car and then us driving on their demonstration plate. And they were like, hey, look, that's not really the purpose of a demonstration plate. So you need to make sure that if the boys drive on it, it's okay for a demonstration of a car they're gonna buy, but after they have said bought the car, they're not supposed to be on that plate.
Yeah.
So for the most part, my car's actually just been sitting at my house, not really going anywhere, which is even more useless of me having your plate. Then to top all that off, the bank didn't approve my lease, and Ashley's saying they now need to look at our financials.
The financials.
You know our financials right now are like... Because
hopefully not fully.
Because everything's had to come out of Dave's salary, and Dave's salary was basically the balance sheet.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that in a second, all jokes aside. Let's just drive this thing for a sec. Let's get a little bit of fun in the vlog. Let's not make it all doom and gloom. You been good?
I've been good. Been working out.
Ooh, you're looking, do the belly slap. It's a half belly slap.
I've been working out but eating.
It feels a lot tight. Hold on, what?
I haven't been working out.
You haven't been working out.
Working out. Are you mad?
Am I mad? I've been working out.
I know you have. I see it all the time.
All right, let's fire this thing up. Is the key in it? What is that?
This is the one.
Did you pee on the floor again?
I did.
Got a little nervous.
One of the Fords marked its territory.
Right? Cold start.
interested in it.
Whoa, hold on. You got what?
I got somebody interested in it.
I cannot believe this car has been here actually for this long. When you come and see this car, for a car that's been tastefully modified, it's so clean. Mainly because we had our boys down at Fast Track Auto Body do the kit. And Tony, a 35-year veteran bodyman, did all of this work, sealed it all, welded the fenders back together. If you actually take this off, it's so clean even behind the fenders. This is such a nice car. Full body repaint, brand new AL13 forged wheels, the Vorsteiner carbon, the Ferrari carbon race mirrors, and the wing. This car is so sick. And these guys aren't even asking that much for it. What are you selling it for?
$399 Canadian.
Canadian, so basically 100 grand.
In US, that's $87.99.
It's not. Disclaimer, it's not. Oh, hell yes. Behind the wheel of the infamous 488 GT3 car, we got the turbo PSI right there. Let's go ahead and put this thing into gear and ease it out of the showroom. She is wide, boys. She's got that girth. This is such a beautiful car, so well built. And again, I miss it dearly. Look at the race mirrors. Because race car right there, ladies and gentlemen, and the massive wing in the rear. Just slide it around. Just slide it around the corner. Oh, yeah, let's go. We'll park it right over here. Looks good to me. Oh. And off. It's been a minute since I've been in a Rari that doesn't require a key. You gotta remember the 550 has a key. Doesn't have any of this push start stuff. How beautiful is this car? It's gorgeous. Every time I come here and I look at a car that I've given back to August, sold back, which is very rare that we sell a car back and there isn't someone on it right away ready to take it. But this car came back with that crazy livery that I had originally on my 458. Now, modifying a Ferrari to start with is already gonna be a much smaller market. You know, Ferrari guys very much wanna be like the prestigious, purist. They don't want anything done to their car. They think Ferrari made it perfect the way it was. Hey, and that's cool. So having a modified car is already gonna be a slightly smaller market, but then you put that livery on it and you definitely have cut your market down much, much smaller because that car is so crazy and so loud and most people just don't want a car that's like that. So they then went and took the livery off and revealed this beautiful paint that was underneath, and now they have a few people looking at this car. So sad to say, this might be the last time we see this car on the channel. Take it all in, guys. Like I said, the girth, look at this. The Ferrari GT3 race wing, and check out the way that the tires even stick out because of that wide body kit. No joke, this cannot fit on a regular trailer. You need an extra wide trailer to take that car anywhere, which was also another reason why it couldn't live on DD very long because, well, we didn't have a trailer at the time and it was a real pain in the get that car anywhere. Now, what else are we moving? Oh, look at that. The 765 LT the guys took on Gumball 3000 North American Tour, sitting on their turntable. I wonder if Matt's finally decided to sell that car. He wasn't gonna let that car go. In fact, Matt didn't want to let any car go for the longest time. He wanted to keep the Testarossa, he wanted to keep the 765 LT, he didn't want to sell his Mustang, Eleanor, the GT500. Guy's a car collector, or is he a car seller? We're not really sure anymore. All right, guys, while we wait for Billionaire Mike Hall to wrap up moving one or two more cars, I figured we'd get inside the only Canadian LP 640 manual car for sale in the entire country here at August Luxury Motor Cars. I feel it is so negligible, the difference between a non-LP manual versus an LP manual. Yes, this is a 6.5 liter engine and it is sharper and crisper, and that is a 6.2, but really, I mean, you do a few little mods to that car and that really gets woken up, and it's a massive V12 engine, so you get quite a few more horsepower out of it, like 80 more horsepower out of an NA engine, properly tuned with an exhaust is insane. And this car is 1.39. This is $1.4 million for this car. That is $500,000. So, well, about $550,000. So it's less than half of this car with, my opinion, all the driving experience you could want from a gated car. car. So if you are a crazy collector and you care about numbers, then this is the car to get. You're gonna pay a premium for that. This is also a European car, just like, actually this car is a Canadian car, and I'm gonna show you the difference and why it's important real quick until Mike gets back. European cars cannot be imported to the United States. It can only be imported to Canada because Canada has a 15-year rule. Once a car is 15 years old, it can be imported into Canada. But it still can't go to the US because the US has a 25-year rule. So here are a few little subtle differences. On the front bumper, this little reflector marker light, this one's got like a upside down triangle and they're clear, kind of unique. So this is a Euro car. This is a North American car. This is a Euro car. And the car that I actually picked up is also a Euro car. So I have that funky little triangle reflector on the front, like this. Or maybe it's not all clear. Look at this one's orange. All right, let's talk to Mike about my Murcielago and what's going on with it, because I might lose it. Why now? Why to me now? Why, after all the years and all the cars we've done, why does it come down to now they want all these financials?
But with the market now, with interest rates skyrocketing, house prices dropping, it's harder for everyone to get approved. So the bank, like the stress test, is even harder now.
What's a stress test?
A stress test is what you can actually afford based on what you make. So they'll say if you're approved at 4.5% for X amount, they want to see if you can be approved for usually 2 or 3% higher, like 6 or 7% on a mortgage.
Oh wow!
Before they'll approve you at the current mortgage, or they'll bring the house value down, so you only be able to, borrow up to a certain amount based on what you can stress.
Obviously, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so what they're saying is they want you to be able to prove that if the market fluctuates and changes, you can afford a higher payment because they can move on you, opposed to giving you the maximum you can afford today, and then all of a sudden the market changes and you're screwed. You can't make your payments. You default on your house or your car or whatever it might be. They want me to prove that I can pay maybe double the payment that car would cost.
Yeah, I guess close to that. They want you to be able to approve quite a big payment.
Oh, okay.
And
so
they will take into consideration all the other payments you have.
Well, Well, on some level, do you remember during COVID we had 16 cars?
I do.
That was nuts.
Yes, but rates were a lot less.
With no financials.
Yes.
And now we have under 10 cars and a bunch of them we own. So things that'll be on our side now that we've submitted our financials to the bank, because I have sent this to Ashley. In fact, my wife sent it. My wife manages all the banking and financials because we're too irresponsible to do it, obviously. So we sent that off, and the things that'll be in our favor is we no longer have 16 cars. We have less than 10. Technically, the cars that are currently still on lease, and let's just go through these, is the F12. I hope they haven't seen that video. The F12, 550, the 599. McLaren, we bought out.
Yeah.
Race car, we bought out. So we own those two cars. Minivan, we own. The Dodge truck that we use for the trailer, that's actually a lease.
Yeah.
But that's through Dodge, but still through a bank. Then there's also the Lamborghinis. There's the SVJ, which is currently the most expensive car on the channel, the biggest payment, the Squadra, the Huracan, 3 Ferraris, 3 Lamborghinis, and a truck. So we only have 7.
Yeah. So it's low.
Comparatively. Look at your dog. Your dog's hilarious. What's he doing? He's not even doing this. He's just staring out the window.
He just likes to see everything.
Okay. So how do we go ahead and fix this? What do I need to do? What's going on?
Make more money.
Yes. We're working on that, Mike. Make more money is Mike's solution. Never ask a billionaire what the solution is to making your car payments. We know we're good for this payment.
Yeah.
We are honestly even good if the payment was to go up, which they have.
Yeah.
Like, let's face it, we didn't go and get a whole bunch of new cars. All the cars we just listed that we have with you guys are cars that have gone up in the payments.
Yes.
And we're doing fine.
Yes.
The issue would be, 2 or 3 months from now, if obviously things don't pick up, then it could be an issue.
Yeah.
So, the bank's gonna
own 7 new vehicles.
Yeah, you would have 7 cars back. The obvious solution is we could sell some cars to obviously make the Mercy happen.
Yeah.
That's tough. Like all the cars I just talked about are amazing, sick cars. I feel like the fleet we have right now on the channel is the most diverse fleet we've ever had. And when I say diverse, I mean we have some actual race cars. We have some real big projects being built. We also have reliable street cars, and everything is like a different type of model, like different engine, power plant, sound. Everything's exciting. Doors are going up in all different directions. You know, we have, well, I don't want to say we have Mercy doors that go straight up. We don't have that yet. We're working on that, but we have Aventadors that go up. We have a 720 doors that fling up like this. It's pretty sick. We have a good lineup of cars.
A great selection.
So what do I need to do? Honestly, I submitted my financials. Is there anything else we can do to like sweeten the pot?
To butter him up?
Yeah, can Matt pull some favors? He's done that in the past. Or do I need?
Yeah, like if Matt has to, he'll step in.
Do I have to sell a car?
Maybe.
If I had to sell a car, what car would you sell out of all the cars on the fleet?
Of yours?
Billionaire Mike Hall. What would Billionaire Mike Hall put on the chopping block?
One of Dave's cars, probably.
One of Dave's cars. I like the way you think. Okay, which one of Dave's cars? The Squadra Corsa or the 599?
Or the 550.
Well, the 550 is really my car.
Okay.
It was my idea.
He only has two?
It was my idea, my build, really.
So he only has two.
He only has two. So really, I shouldn't sell any of Dave's cars.
No.
I have to man up. The captain of the ship is the last person to leave the ship when the ship is sinking. So I'm gonna have to take one of my cars and sell it.
720.
I own the 720 now.
I know. I just wonder if I like the best. Probably.
So you're saying sell the 720?
Maybe.
Sell it?
Maybe.
You are gonna make no friends on this channel.
I just like that car. That's the only reason why.
Oh, you want me to bring? I get what. I see why he's saying sell it, so he can have it come back here and then he can drive it. So right now, it is very possible the bank come back and say, you can't afford this car.
Yeah,
you're
for
not
sure.
getting it.
They could definitely do that.
And I'm not allowed to drive it on the D plate anymore, right?
No.
So today was the last day I drove this car. For now.
Yes.
No.
For now, until we get the bank to get it approved.
Really?
I just need the keys, man.
Can I have a different loaner?
Yes, I can figure something out for you.
I'm getting a Bronco, aren't I? No! No, in all seriousness, that kind of sucks. So that was the last time I drove this car. Fingers crossed, you guys, we can get the financing figured out one way or another. I'm gonna have to sell a car. Comment below, what car has to go to save Damon's dream manual Murcielago? Comment.
The banks come down on everyone, including dealerships. Like most of the cars in here are ours, and they're on a floor plan.
What's a floor plan?
So a floor plan is money we get from the bank, just like a loan kind of.
So you borrow money.
So we borrow money for the cars and hopefully turn them to make profit, right?
This is like how I basically run my business.
Yeah, and monthly the banks will come in, audit our cars, make sure we're still in the red, right?
Yeah.
And if not, we know we got to find a way to get rid of the car.
Yeah.
If it's here for too long, it's actually quite tricky.
Right. So that's where things like dealers do a lot of stuff where they wholesale some of their cars to other dealers.
Yeah, they'll trade.
Because they'll move them around,
Trade,
right? Or trade.
Get them off their floor plan,
Yep.
sell them to another dealer,
Yep.
take one of their cars that they're having struggles with,
Yep.
right? Put it on our floor plan, so it's a new...
Change markets.
Change market, fresh inventory. It's quite an art to it.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. I'm not the only one, apparently. All right, August is in financial ruin too. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Well, you guys, not the way we wanted it to go, but there's still hope. I just have to figure out the financials, talk to the bank, and like I said, potentially sell a car. In the meantime, Mike said take any car you want in the showroom.
I'll co-sign for you.
Will you?
Oh yeah, I got you.
The billionaire comes to the rescue. So embarrassing. Let me call my parents first.
After you have 7 supercars, let me call my parents.
My parents, as much as I love my parents, nothing against them. They have enough money for them to live comfortably. They don't have enough money to pay for one of my car payments. My parents aren't broke. They're just not like rich to the point where they would spend $7,000 a month on a car payment. By the way, that's what just the SVJ is. It's $7,700 a month. Just that one car.
What was the CGT?
The CGT was 15 grand a month, and that's with the low interest rates.
Yeah,
it would be
and big money down.
It'd be 30 right now.
Yeah.
Holy crap. That thing is nuts. When did you get that?
We got that, we've had it now for a couple months.
Dude, look at that forged carbon spare wheel cover. That is insane. Holy crap.
Matt,
That's
he is
crazy.
so good.
Look how wide this thing is.
Matt.
All the forged carbon. It's an ABD1? ABDI?
Abdi.
Abdi. It's an Abdi.
Yeah, it's
I've never heard of them.
They're brand new. This is the first one ever made.
Holy, is it really?
Yeah.
This is the first one ever made.
it is, yeah. 101.
And it's all, look at this. Everything is forged carbon. The door handles, the trim all along, all the pieces, the mirror, the steering wheel, the paddles. Dude, the hood is on another level. Holy crap. Look at the details of this. So it's wide bodied and it looks to be lowered.
Yeah.
So this thing is lowered. Does it have the factory suspension in it or is it aftermarket now?
Just springs. Yeah. But it's got an exhaust and
So does it go up and down? Not at all.
nope.
Dude, this thing is nuts. Like it's really wide. Like look how much wider the fender flares are.
Cover of the.
I saw the rear cover is nuts. This hood is really intricate with all the different. Do you guys like this? Comment below. I'm curious. This is yeah, I'm not bringing this home. My wife would kill me. She'd be like, oh yeah, trying to compensate. Be careful, wide load coming through.
Are you talking about me or the car?
Whoa, settle down. Hold on, you got Stu guiding you? You're better off blind.
Pretty nice.
Sorry.
Bloody fair.
Never mind, Stu. Can't believe I have to say goodbye to this thing.
Well, not forever.
Okay, what? What do we got?
Forever, for now.
For now. What do you got for me? What,
I got something reliable, something
juicy?
to get you home.
Oh my gosh, where are we going with this?
What?
Okay.
I got the Defender for you.
No.
What?
I get this?
That thing is awesome.
It is pretty cool. It's got wheels. I was kind of hoping for a supercar though, Mike. I'm not gonna lie.
We're just moving stuff around. I'm not sure where everything's gonna be. Come see me again in a few days. I'll get you something.
Come see you in a few days. So that's how it is now. Thanks, Mike. Fingers crossed we get the Mercy back.